Hi, welcome to Capture Nature's Beauty. We're going to start a new episode today, and I hope you'll join along and get some enjoyment out of it. The painting today is going to be a picture that I took with my grandson. This is Echo Lake, and it's last year we rode our bicycles back there. I've been by this myself a 100 times. But as you can see, how low the water is there. See how low that is? I've never seen it that low. And you just got this little bit of light water here for reflection. Usually the water level is all the way up here, all the way like that. So we've had some rough summers here. But you still got to paint, right? You still got to pick out the beauty of what you see. So this here, we're going to capture the reflection. That's probably going to be the center of interest. And we got the blue sky up here. I will not put these leaves in. We don't need that. The darkness over here with the trees, that's pretty good. Gives a little contrast there. So that's going to be my project. So let's get started with that. You can see I sketched it out, and just very basic. And we'll get in, I'm going to do a wash, and then we'll start adding some more paint. So I have my white, primary yellow, Indian yellow, deep red, forest green, phthalo blue, and French ultramarine blue, and sienna. All right. So let's get started. I'm going to put some blue up there for the sky. And I'm going to add a touch of French. There we go. There we go. We get that in there. And I'm going, as I say, I'm going to do a wash. So that means there's going to be very thinned out with turpentine. So I think I'll take a little bit more. There we go. And just put that up there. Now sometimes I do a wash, sometimes I go straight on to the paint. But I think I'll do a wash this time. There we go. And again, I have a palette knife that I just used for my white, because I like to keep my white kind of pure. There we go. Now it looks like it's pretty haphazard. I'm putting this on here, and it is, I am. I'm not trying to do anything special right now with it. I'm just trying to put a thin coat of paint on there. That's all I'm trying to do right now. See, I'm carrying the blue beyond the tree line, or overlap that. I don't try to go up to the line and stop. I usually overlap quite a bit. There we go. Okay, now the top, a little darker. Gotta make the top a little darker here. There we go. There we go. Now, get the little fan brush in. I'll just kind of like smooth this out there. Very lightly. Okay. Now I'm going to take my paper towel. I'm going to make some clouds in here. Now, there's no clouds in there, but I'm not going to put all this in here. It takes too much away. So we're going to have a lot of blue. So it's a good opportunity to put some clouds in there. Let's put some, whoop. That doesn't look like a cloud burn. There we go. Right. Maybe a little bit down here. I think I'll wipe a little bit off here. You know why I'm making it lighter down the bottom? Because of the horizon. There we go. It's lighter at the bottom. Okay. Get the fan brush again. And we'll just that was pretty easy, huh? Do the same thing over here a little bit. Now the tree's going to be there, and that's going to hide up a lot of the sky, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. But maybe we can do a little bit more. We can play with our fingers too, see? If you watch some of the other episodes, you know I do finger painting. Now, let's see, maybe we'll put something down below here. Some cloud formation down here. Give us some depth. That didn't work out so well. Let's try using a little bit of white here. See, I just touched a little bit of white on the edge of my finger. Maybe a little bit there. Dab it there, dab a little bit there, and here very little. Take my brush, flatten the bottom a little bit there. There we go. I think I'll cover that up a little bit there. Okay. I think that's all we need. I will bring this down just a little bit further down here. All right. Now we're going to do, it's kind of like laying some of the green. Clean my brush. I don't have a Bob Ross thing that I can splatter around there. Looks like fun though. But I know they wouldn't be happy here, and if I did it at home, my wife would probably shoot me. Okay. We got the blue right here, so what do we need to make green? Yellow. There we go. As we can see, that's this green is not very bright. It's a kind of, well, they're in a drought, so I suppose they're kind of dying a bit there. And it is the fall, so we got to keep that in mind. We're not going to have any vibrant greens. So what we'll do is we'll make some green up here. That's a touch of red. See how that cut that brightness back? And a little bit of brown in there. There's some green, a forest green. A touch more of that brown. All right. So let's put that over there. And we'll get some more. Put some white over here. Get some of this green over there. Mix that up. And I think I'll use a little bit of brown. Gotta be careful of that red, it's very potent. There we go. Okay, that can be done. Some of the highlights. And we'll go back with the darker stuff after. And I will need a little bit of red. So let's take some of this yellow. Take some of the red here. A little bit of the brown. Yeah, that'd be all right for a start. Okay, so let's wash in a little bit. So we're going to put, let's just take some of this middle green color we got here. And we're going to put that in there. Yeah, and it travels up, goes up here, all the way up to here. Levels off a bit, comes around here, and goes up there a little bit, and then we get bigger here. We're just putting down a middle green color, and we'll make adjustments to this as we go. Put a little bit down here. This is going to be the reflection in the water. That's just a little bit of underpainting in the water there. I'll get this in a little bit. Okay, we got some green coming down here as well. Put some green down here. Right around this tree, there's some green. All right, we got some green over here. Just put that in there to reference that. Okay. And we also have a little bit of green. Not much green here. There's some green here that the dirt has. That's too dark, Vern. That's okay. We'll put that over there for now. There. And we'll go right around there. Right around the block. This is the same color. A little bit of dirt. Here's some more. See, I'm not trying to be too particular, stay in the lines or anything like that. I'm just laying it down so I get an idea. Yeah, this is a little too dark here. We'll fix that. I would say that's fixed. Get some green here. Too much, Vern. Let's get some up here. A little bit of green. Mix it in. All right. Let's get this down here. Let's see. Put a little bit over here. I don't know if this will show. When you start painting, you start off a certain way, but it always seems to morph into its own thing somewhat. So I try to plan that. What if my painting goes this direction? That's fine. I'm not trying to do a photograph. I got cameras for that. I'm trying to capture that, I guess, yin and yang. It's beautiful, and yet it's sad that the water is evaporated so much. Okay, now we're going back into some of the dirt here. Put that in there like that. There we go. All right. Let's just give it a little texture. For now. Just for now. See if any trees pop out for me. Okay. That's a little dark there. Take care of that. show that this is a bush right around here. Ah, time for coffee drink. Okay, so I think what we could do is work on the green, and then we'll put the tree trunks in. Or we could do the tree trunks now, actually, at least a base of it. I think that's what I'll do. I want a different brown than that. And I love this brush. It's nice, and you can draw a nice straight line. It carries a lot of paint. And the long hairs, you can make that brush do a real thin line too, which will come in handy if you don't do all the small branches. All right. I don't want to make this. I don't want to make this too straight. These aren't 2x4s up there. And we'll put a little bit of bushes, but it's not going to be these dark leaves up there. We're going to be other ones up there. Unless we decide to change, which we have a license to do. We can change our minds. If we think it looks better one way, we can help Mother Nature. At least we like to think we're helping Mother Nature. Some of my paintings, I don't know if they take it as a compliment. All right, put that in there. We'll make that go over there somewhere. There we go. I'll move to maybe a larger brush. We get further down the bottom. Let's see, I guess this actually goes with this tree. All right, I can do that. Yep. What do we got here? Let's start this from. Let's go up here like that. There we go. Now we're. There we go. Do that. Apparently there's another trunk here. And there's this one here. It connects onto that one. Okay. Let me get a bigger brush. That's just so we have an idea where the trees are. We can go all over it with another paint and everything, but there'll still be enough to let us know that we can stay somewhat true to the picture. All right, there we go. Draw that down there. We'll add some character to this later on in the painting. That serves its purpose. Okay. Now, this here, we're going to have some shadows and stuff. see, let's try using, I like using sponges. I get it makes it easier, and it's the variation all the time. You're not, when you paint, we have a tendency to make everything at certain spaces so that they look balanced, they look the same. So this one here, the other one has to be here. In nature, it's not like that. And you try not to make it too organized, but sometimes it still comes through. So I like using a sponge. I like using a sponge. All I need is another color that's very strong. Alizarin crimson. A little bit goes a long way. Yeah, see, that darkened that up. Now it's too dark for what we want. We'll lighten that up. But it's going to give it, change the green to it, to a more tree that's having problems. Now we'll add some of the yellow to that. I think I'll get some, add some yellow ochre to that. There we go. Hey, that's pretty close too. I don't want to over mix it, so I'll move that out of the way. I need some variation here. Maybe I'll get some more of that yellow in here. Try some of that yellow in there. Of course, the rule of thumb is the further you away, the less yellow you have. But this is not, this doesn't have quite that much distance. But if I wanted to push this area here back, I could blue it a bit, make it bluer, and I'll push it right back there. But I don't think I need to do that for this painting. So right my brush here. And I think what I'll do is just test it here. Yeah, that looks all right. All right, do your magic stuff, sponge. See what I'm just putting there randomly? I'm not, well, I say randomly. There is areas that look like it should be darker. Remember I did it with a sponge there? Give me some reference light. So we'll use that and try to darken it. Now this one over here is going to be red anyway. So in the middle they're side by side, but as you come out, they're overlapping. Right here, like I say, they're side by side. As you come over this side, this one's here, but this tree is overlapping that one, and this one's overlapping that one, and that's something that you should keep in mind. And over here, it's we're not going to be able to see much of it anyway. Okay. Now I want to blend that, and I didn't bring my brush for that, so I'll just have to use the paper towel. Maybe I can use this. No, Vern, that doesn't work. That doesn't work that like that. We'll use a paper towel, soften it up. Again, I'm not trying to be too particular. I'm just letting the paint do its job. They're just moving it around. Let some down here. All right. Another drink. Okay. Well, there's I'm trying to show difference in trees. This is taking too much paint off. That's all right. And I want to darken it up just a hair. There we go. Okay, so now let's just figure on this tree here. This row here, they're pretty much side by side. And I want to take a little bit of light stuff here. Let's see. Okay. Let's continue with this. This is probably the darkest that we're going to have in this painting. It's this area down here, a little bit there. And it goes over here and up into the trees. There we go. Just trying to find the trees in there. That's what I'm doing now. And this is a dark, very dark area here. Right here, kind of dark. The sun casting the shadow right across here. And there's a big dark area here. Now on this side, it's not so much dark area that the sun's shining, and it's instead of right up, it's over to our left a little bit up in the sky. There is some dark, but not like this area here. Let's put that in there. Let's go with that one instead. Okay, there's some dark areas in here. Some dark dark areas. This is going to be a dark area. We'll go over this darkness with some lighter stuff. And over here, there's going to be hidden mostly with leaves, so I'm not too particular. Not too worried about that. It's going to be dark leaves here, so we can leave it somewhat light, like that. It gives some contrast to the dark leaves. So we'll come over here now. Let's figure this one out a little bit. This is going to be our red tree. Okay, that's the base. Now we got to pay attention of overlapping. So let me get some lighter stuff here. This is definitely the lighter stuff right here. And then it comes over here a little bit. Good lay down part. Now we got some darkness we got to show right down here too. It's gonna be dark there. It's gonna be dark. There's plenty of darkness in the water here. You know why there's so much darkness in the water? Because the reflection is not getting the top of the leaves. The reflection is the bottom of the leaves, where the shadow is. The bottom of the leaves are in shadow. You get a lot of darkness, and all reflections, including the sky, reflecting in the water, it's darker. It's darker. I'll put that in there. Put that there like that. This is just for my benefit. This is dark here. Need a touch of brown on that. There we go. Pretty dark down in here. And it goes off over there. There we go. Then we got some of this color in here. Again, I'm going to go right over this with a knife, but this will give me a reference where to put my paint before I use my knife. There we go. Got a little bit there. I'm going to make that. Let's make that somewhat. Now we're going to let's do some of that dirt. I think I'm going to use, I'm going to mix up this, I'm going to mix this dirt up here. And that's a little, yeah, that looks better. Maybe a little more yellow over there. Maybe a touch of this red that we made up. There we go. That dirt has, maybe it's clay, has a reddish tint to it. So yeah, we're going to go right along here, up there, come around here. I guess from here. And we got stuff, same stuff going on here. And let's use up some of the paint. We got the paint out there. Let's just put some paint down there. Take some of this here. There we go. All right. We just move it around here a little bit. You might be wondering, why am I using the knife now? Well, I like the variation you get when you rub two different colors with the brush is different than you get with a knife. So I will have to use a brush, fill this in a little bit. But I want to get some of this dirt and grass mixed in here. There. You can see I'm being very careful in what I'm doing. I'm just putting some of that paint I got on the palette here. Just put it up there. Yeah, I wear my paint pretty well too. Get it all over me. In the studio at home, I got a sweater for the winters when it gets a little cool. It's just for painting because it's got paint all over it. And I got an old ripped flannel shirt that's just for painting. I don't want to be worried if I get some paint on me. All right, let's get that fan brush out. Have it do its job here. Again, this is not really the finished thing, but I don't know, I want it paint on there, so that's what you got to do. If you're the artist, you want this covered, do it. Enjoy yourself. That's the whole part of this. If you want to paint, and it's not going to be a career, but you want to paint, you got to have enjoyment. You got to go do it. Now, if you're going to paint and you're a young guy and you want to learn, you want to become a true artist, there's some of the best artists in the country's right here in this area. The Cape and that. You look them up and it's the old Boston School. If you want to paint landscapes and stuff like that and be realistic, some of the best teachers are here. I'm not one of them. I'm just an average guy like you having a good time. This is not necessarily the best way or the only way. It's my way. And I'm having fun with it, so. Yeah. So that's a good start. I think that's a good start. We've laid the groundwork. So we'll let this dry, and we'll come back and we'll work on it some more. And I'll hope you join me. So in the meantime, have fun, grab a brush, and paint. See you later.